Morning. Hope everybody's okay. So Jeff Williams from Veterans United Against Suicide. We lost our 22nd brother over the weekend to suicide. And I thought, look, I've said a lot over the last 6 years about us, reaching out and working together and all the rest of it. And we are further forward than we were, but we're not anywhere near where I'd hoped we'd be by this stage. But the message needs to be keep banging out that this is not the answer. I'm just going to go through this scenario a little bit with you. If there's anybody out there that's feeling down at the moment, then please reach out. Ask somebody for some support. And you'll be surprised how quickly things can happen. Yeah, we can't instantly make you better. That's a fact. But we can open doors and point you in the right direction and get you the support that you need. Even if it's just a phone call from a brother or sister or somebody you've served with that can just hold you up for those vital seconds where your mind's in turmoil. Because, I can say it because I've been there myself. I haven't been suicidal, to be brutally honest with you. I refuse to go down that line. And the reason I feel strongly about it is because I know from what I've been doing, the aftermath that's left behind. The brother announced the loss yesterday. He's absolutely devastated, as is the whole family. You gotta say what sort of legacy are you leaving behind? What are you doing to your family? There's lots of stories. I could go on and on and on about it. I don't want to, but I want you to look and think and say, what am I going to leave behind? Okay, my pain's going to be gone. However, your children, I know of several children that are having mental health issues now themselves and treatment because their father left them. Just hold on to that for a second. How that must feel for those young children, impressionable. Have to live with that for the rest of their lives. You're just putting hurdles in front of them before you start. And I don't know many people that don't deep down unconditionally love their children. Obviously, there's the odd case, but generally speaking, most people would do anything, move heaven and earth for them. And you're going to leave them with a mental health issue, with a stigma that currently exists. And we're working on that, and that has changed a lot. And people are talking about it now. But, as far as the government's concerned and the civil service people, they're not interested. And that does hurt. But a lot of veterans have taken it upon themselves to create things that are growing each day stronger and stronger, to make sure that we're in a position to be able to help our brothers and sisters. But think about the children. Think about your wife. Think about your husband. Think about your mum and your dad. Think about your brothers and sisters, your aunts and uncles. The ripple effect is massive. It always has been. But when you're in that dark place, all you want is closure. You want a solution. Well, let me tell you, truthfully, it's not a solution. And if you could look down from heaven or wherever you go and look down on the family that's left with all these unanswered questions because you haven't opened up to them, they don't know why you've gone. They blame themselves. The kids blame themselves. Was it because I was naughty, Daddy? Mummy, is that why it happened? No, it's got nothing to do with you, darling. But he didn't love us enough to stay. They're the type of things to get thrown at the people are left behind. And people say it gets easier with time. It doesn't. I see a couple of pictures the other day of one of my fellow Brummies that passed. And his kids are having a picnic at his graveside. It just makes me want to cry inside. I'm like, what? It's so every anniversary, it's let's open that wound up again. And again, that question that always goes around, could I have done anything? Could I have seen anything? Is there something I missed? Was it my fault? No. If anybody's fault, it's the people who are in a position of authority to look after people that are struggling. But it's been passed on to other people. And as it's got passed on, it's got watered down and watered down a bit more. And now we're in a situation where it's total denial. How anybody in the MOD can deny that there is not a mental health issue within the veterans community at the moment and the serving, he shouldn't be doing the job. Because there is. Lord Dannett said there was 2 years ago, 3 years ago now, I think it was. And still, no action. What's the solution from the government at the moment? Let's do a survey. Let's do a review. Let's give it to a lot of academics in university so we can pay them loads of money to do it. And let's find out what they come up with. What they'll come up with is exactly what you want them to come up with. There ain't a problem. But there is. But I'm going away from it now. You know, at the end of the day, I'm talking to the people out there that are struggling. Find the inner strength. Find a reason to survive. That's what you've got to do. You've got to focus on something that will keep you positive. Push the negative side things away. You're in charge of your brain, not the brain in charge of you. You've gone through military training. You've gone through conflicts that most people in this country would, well, they just have it would be a complete nightmare for them. And you've done that. You've supported brothers that have been at the front line. You've been in the front line yourself. You've taken a round or two. There's people with life-changing injuries. Look at Mark, Royal Marine, Ormrod. What an inspirational guy that guy is. Battles from the face of adversity. And now, you know, he's the go-to person for inspiration, like so many others. Ben Parkinson. Look at him. They're amazing people. And that's what we need to be looking at. We need to be tapping into their energy, to their positiveness, the way that they have endured. You know, I know it's not easy. Please don't think I'm saying it's easy. Like I say, I have sleepless nights myself. But I wake up every morning with, right, I've got to get through this. And I have good days, and you'll have bad days. But you're strong enough. Honestly, it's in there somewhere. You've just got to tap into that inspiration. And that's my message, guys, girls. You know, please reach out. Spread the message around. Do the buddy checks. Don't just say you've done them. Phone half a dozen people. How are you? You know, most people are going to say, oh, I'm fine, when they're not. But you know, what you're doing is in their psyche, they're saying someone cares. And a lot of people leave this planet thinking they're not loved. And that's so tragic when they are. You know, I watched, I don't want to mention names, but there's one particular lady, I see her post all the time. She'll never get over her son dying. Never. It's just unbelievable, the pain that's left behind. Like I say, think about the children. Think about your parents. Think about your partner. Think about your mates. I haven't mentioned that. What about all your buddies that you serve with? There we go. That's all I've got to say. It's not a rant. It's just, you know, it's one of concern. We've got to get through this. We're not getting the assistance from the MOD. They don't want to know. But we can do it ourselves. We don't need them. They'll have their comeuppance one day for sure. There's a lot of people out there with a lot of blood on their hands. But I don't know more. If this video reaches one person that sat there and thinks, you're spot on, Jeff, you're saying it from the heart, which I am. There's no script here. I'll never use a script. I can feel the pain, experience the pain. You've got to battle on. For your families, for yourself. Think of the things that you miss. The weddings, the parties. You know, there'll be loads of funny things happen this week if you just look for them. If you don't, you won't see them. But be positive. Be strong. That's all I'm asking you. You know, can't take much more of this. It's so sad. Keep battling, troops, please. My name's Jeff Williams. I'm from Veterans United Against Suicide. There's always an ear for you here. And there's loads of other groups that are just waiting. If you've got a problem, just let me know. And if you want some contact, whether it's in the north of Scotland or even anywhere in the world, to be honest with you, there is somebody that cares. And I'll put you in contact with that person. And they'll give you the strength to lean on them. That's me. Anyway, so to start the week on a negative, but I'm looking at it as a positive because this is gonna help somebody today. Maggie, you keep strong, love. You're really impressing me what you've done over the last couple of weeks. You just need to keep doing it, and you'll be out the other end before you know where you are. Look after yourself, troops. Thanks to all the groups. Thanks to Gary Weaving, and everybody else that's stuck in out there, doing it day in, day out. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye. Look after yourself. Come on! Get into it.